What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. It's been one hell of a long day for me, but I'm in my chair, and I'm ready to talk some birds, so it can't get any better than that. And I hope you know that, well, in a couple days, we got the NFL draft coming our way, so excitement is in the air this sicko season. So I hope you're all enjoying the content I've been putting out. Hopefully you were able to check out every position. We went through all of them. We looked at everything the Eagles have going on. Who is here? Who do we bring in? Who do we let go of? All that stuff while talking about all of the prospects, where I have them ranked, and then, of course, the top fits for the Eagles. So we went through each position. You guys were letting me know all kinds of stuff, how you feel about it, loving it. In the air is that draft. Oh, my God, I can almost taste it. It's right here, baby. And I've been doing a lot of thinking. So, obviously, each year I go through, I give you guys my guy for the draft that I think the Eagles will draft. We got 6 years in a row here. Now, last year was weird because, well, we didn't take Cooper DeJean, as I said. I thought we would trade back, get him. Well, we got Quinyon Mitchell, who I said would not. No way in hell would he be available. Oh, boy, do I love being wrong about that. So we get him, and then, well, we trade up and get Cooper DeJean, and, well, the rest is history, baby. Best Super Bowl team you've ever witnessed, Philadelphia Eagles. So, wow. But now we continue, and we want to build this dynasty, right? So what I'm going to try to do is tell you who my guy is again for the 7th year in a row. And we're going to hope that the Eagles take him if he's good, because I've been right, and it always doesn't work out here, right? Jalen Reagor sucks. Yeah, Andre Dillard's a douche. Okay, that one was just a little more clear. I am truly sorry about that. But look, I'm beyond excited for this draft, but this is the most lost. You guys remember last year I said I was lost. I couldn't decide between Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Got them both. But this year I am really torn because the Eagles are the best team in the NFL still. As it stands, I don't give a shit what the media says or any of these casual fans or anybody, because I know what the foundation looks like. I'm the one that told everyone last year that foundation will win us a Super Bowl. We will continue to build something called a dynasty. So got that first part right. Let's go ahead and build off that and get that dynasty going. So the way you do that is continue to have good drafts. Yes, you lose people in free agency, but believe it or not, Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. He understands the compensatory pick formula. He understands how the cap, you guys know for how many years I've tried to give out free information. Falls on deaf ears, but you sickos, I know you love it and I know you appreciate it, so that's what counts. So that's why we do this each year. Now I stopped putting these videos out so early because I was tired of giving everyone else the opportunity to build their foundations off of my work. So yeah, I apologize, and work's just crazy for me, guys. I do my best to get all those videos out, talk about this stuff before the draft starts so that we can get some of these other ones. I had to cut some stuff out this year. We got one more day tomorrow to talk about it before it actually comes. So tomorrow is saved for, we're going to combine 2 shows I like to do, and that's my 1 point only mock draft. And we're going to do that together. And then afterwards, I'm going to show you my top fits from throughout all these shows and then who my guy is. So I'm torn, dude. I'm still tossing it up. I got to figure it out, man. What will the Eagles do? And at pick 32, it makes it a little bit harder than all of the other ones I've done. So, dude, look, I think there's a lot of great players in this draft, and it's the best player available. So it really depends on how it shakes out, and that's what makes it so hard. Who's going to take this person? Is someone going to take a flyer on this guy? Is this guy really going to fall? Are we going to trade back? Are we going to trade up? So much goes into that thought process. So, hey, we've done it before. We talked about trading, getting Devontae Smith. We talked about trading, getting Jalen Carter. Let's make it happen this year. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, but right here, right now, I'm going to give you that information I always like to give you, and that's what these rookies are going to cost us. And you're always going to see this stuff from people about how much the rookies are going to need about $5 million, about $10 million here for the rookie. No, we will not. Jeffrey Lurie may need that, but we, as fans, we don't need to worry about what he's paying. We worry about what Howie Roseman and what this money looks like. So we're going to talk about that here tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. We got Tiffany starting us off. Let's have it go. You had me fired up. I was already ready to make my video. And then I saw your comment. Going to need a live tonight. And I said, well, today's your lucky effing day, baby. Love it. Tiffany, I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you are pumped up. And I feel like it's been forever since I've been live as well. These, even when they're a couple days apart, it's just, I put so much work into those other ones. It takes, a long time to get that draft stuff out. But, it's all a blur after that. Like, it's just like, do I do lives anymore? Like, but we're here. We're live tonight. So, JC, appreciate you tuning in. I'm very excited for the draft, if you couldn't tell. Ready to run through some mother effing walls. John, my man, appreciate you tuning in, my dude. Hope all is well. And Daisha, oh, yes. Yes, it is. Sicko season. And I've been enjoying every damn second of it so far. Been dog walking the media, doing my thing, enjoying myself. Now I've been working my ass off, so I really don't have time. I know you guys tag me and stuff. I do my best to counteract all that nonsense and teach you guys how certain things work. Not you guys know. But those people out there that just talk so much and have so little idea about what they're talking about. So it's crazy. But that's what sicko season's for you sickos that really want some real information, want to know what's going on actually with your Philadelphia Eagles. You're talking to a real sicko. So that's why this show's for you. And look, man, appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having yourself a great week, and draft is filled. So we talked about all the players I liked. You guys got to see. Go check out those positions. You'll catch a glimpse of how I'm leaning. You'll kind of get an idea of, hey, well, maybe he's thinking this, maybe he's thinking my pop, if you're watching this, you think you're slick, thinks he's got that family card, he's going to be watching, and he's not going to have to watch, he's just going to get those answers, and keeps trying to ask, so what position? And then he'll throw it, so edge, you're thinking edge, or you thinking, say, oh, I see. Love talking to my pop. Told him I'll be there Saturday after the draft. We're going to break it all down, talk together, have a good time. So looking forward to it. But Pop, I'm sorry. These sickos are family too. And everybody gets this information all at the same time. But I love it. I love that you guys are so excited about this stuff. And, that's why I hope that you tune into those shows, because I give you a lot of information to the best of my ability. And, I think that it could be so much more. If I had time, I could do. But I always tell you guys, if you're missing anything, you need anything, just let me know, man. I try to make this show as good as I possibly can and get you guys as excited as I am. And this is a great draft for it. A lot of great players here. And sure is. It's an enjoyable week. And I don't know how I knew, but I just kind of DK Bruton. What did you change? I think DK was it before. So I just assumed it was you, Doyle. But hell yeah, go Birds. Appreciate you, my man. And yeah, man, right? I don't know if lucky number 7's coming here. My lucky number's 13. Wouldn't that be something? Well, I don't know. It probably wouldn't matter because I did it 6 years in a row and nobody seemed to care out in the universe. It was just like, is there other people doing this? I'm not aware of people that are actually predicting what the Eagles do like I do. But, hey, I'm living in a fantasy, I guess. I'm not sure. But I know you guys enjoy it. So that, again, is what counts. So let's get into this info, man. I posted this earlier. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I always like to give you a little explanation because you always got the people who, what. So maybe I'll just clip this part I'm about to make, and well, then I don't have to answer 3,000 dumbasses who all don't just watch the show and learn how this stuff works. But I digress. Now, you know the picks. We've got 8 of them. Now, what people do is take these numbers. I don't know if they look at prior years or they know how to get the actual numbers or what's going on there. But they, always throw out these numbers. And I'm not sure, man. Sometimes I see certain numbers and I'm like, okay, maybe they're on the right track. Maybe they found something, but they're just not understanding. So what I do is give people free information, allow them to grow their channels, look smart as hell, and then give you sickos free information. But again, we still have to deal with the media over and over again, just making stuff up. And I don't get it. It drives me insane, but it is what it is. Here is the information you need to know. So you saw those 8 picks, right? Well, here's the 3 that are actually going to matter. So you know how I explain this every year, but I have to remember, not everyone watches this show, right? So here's what we're doing. We're looking at those top 3 picks, right? The reason we're only looking at them is because now this is based off of where that pick is. So if the Eagles trade up, the number is going to go up. If they trade back, the number is going to go back, right? So and they will, I'm sure, change. I will keep you up to date, but the numbers are very similar. It's not going to be far off from what I'm showing you. So backtrack it here a little bit. What I'm doing is just like when you sign a player, you know how you get the cap hit, and I'll show you, hey, this player's cap hit is $3.5 million. I am not subtracting that cap hit from the Eagles salary cap because that player is replacing someone. So the 53-man roster, whoever they're moving down off the list, so you essentially have to take that person who's, being replaced and subtract their cap hit from this new player, right? You follow me? Sorry, I'm trying to simplify this, and sometimes I know I lose some of you guys, but that's pretty simple, right? You're just subtracting that, you're replacing them. So this is what we are doing with these rookies. So when you look at the cap numbers for all of our picks, it stops after 3. So number 4 is real close, like $2,000 away. So if any moves are made or things happen or whatever, maybe a 4th draft pick does count, or whatever, they move up and trade up and the pick costs more. So that these things can fluctuate just like every sicko season. Anything changes, I'll keep you up to date. I'll do my best to explain why. But those picks you just saw there, right? Those 3 picks, those are the ones. So during the off season, right, the Eagles cap, or anybody's cap for that matter, any team, is derived of the top 51. So you have 90 players, when training, all that stuff starts. You're going to keep adding players, right? You're going to sign players after the draft, do stuff, maybe trade, whatever. The cap consists of the top 51, the highest cap hits. So what you're doing now is all these draft picks, you're putting them on there. Boom. They are added to the list of 90, but only the ones that are higher, right, at that 51 cutoff, there's going to be players, your first few draft picks usually, that are a little higher. So you replace those bottom 3 players. It's like Ben Van Sumeren, Moro Ojomo. Can't remember the other person, but regardless, you're replacing the bottom 3 of the top 51, right? Still following me? So I'm taking those numbers. So what I did was I added up. Remember, your first round pick, $2,668,245. Your second round pick, if it's at 64, $1,301,916. And then your third round pick at 96, if you're at that pick, $1,125,192. So we're going to add all that up, right? So I think some people, this is where they get caught up. Oh, okay, or maybe they added all the picks, and that's where they're getting their 7, their 8, 9, 10. Some people, they're getting to 5 million. That's not it. You're taking that 5 million, remember, and you're replacing that bottom 3. So I already did the math for you. Sometimes I make graphics that show you the math. I'm not doing that. I didn't have time tonight, so I apologize. But I could show you, and I will be doing things this off season where those of you that are channel members, you'll get more in-depth, like breakdown things. Not that I'm going to stop doing these regular shows without the in-depth stuff. Don't worry, man. But just more behind-the-scenes stuff. You can see my work, all that great stuff. But here, simple for you. You're just subtracting that 3.1 off of the 5 mil. This is giving you the number that you are subtracting from the cap. $1,935,907. That's how much your rookies are going to affect the cap. And right now, sits at about 22 million, right? So you're saying, oh, hell yeah, you're only taking 2 mil. I still got 20 mil, right? Yes, you do. Now, you're also going to see post-June 1st, the savings from Darius Slay, James Bradbury, around 6 million. So when you're hearing the Eagles don't have cap space, oh, they're in cap hell, they kicked the can down the road too many times. You're listening to people that have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. If any of that didn't make sense, you have any questions, you're watching this later, I'm always here for you, always ready to answer any questions you have. Try to explain this stuff to the best of my ability, but I am a drifter, so let me know. But Birdman, appreciate you tuning in. Let's effing go Birds. And Howie will always be Howie. And I got a lot of hate for supporting him, but that's going to be the reason I get to work for the Eagles. Having that moment of getting to meet Howie for a second time, talk to him, laugh about how everyone doubts him and hates him. That was at the moment when everybody was, fire him, trade him, he sucks. And dude, to be able to sit there, and then we made it to the Super Bowl that year, and then we lost. But to be able to tell him I believed we were going and believed in him and the team, like, that was huge. And that you saw that video right after that where he starts like that fan's like, we apologize or something like that. And he's like, or you are forgiven. He's like, I'm forgiven. Like, F you, dude. Like, I already won a Super Bowl. Like, I loved that. And I was kind of like to believe in back of my mind that I, gave him that little nudge to let people know, man, you're the truth. They're just stupid. And well, now you see how things have gone since then. Everybody's the biggest fan. Hell, they even root for Jalen Hurts now. Can you believe that, bro? Amount of death threats and hate I've gotten for trying to teach people what development is and why Jalen Hurts would be so great. And to watch them praise him now, Howie, Jalen, and Sirianni, it's brings a little tear to my eye. I love it. And we're going to keep going over that magic that they work, and we'll keep laughing at the people that try to deny it or just are so upset. It's weird. You see people trying to talk themselves through it. Best of luck to them as we win back-to-back Super Bowls this year. Liz, appreciate you tuning in. Let's effing go Birds. We were just talking earlier in the video. Feels like forever. Some of you, it has been forever. I haven't seen you the last couple of lives. So, Drew, my man's out there. I know a lot of you. I just had Nina comment on stuff. I am, my brain is all over the place. I'm not, especially during the draft. I try to get back to all your comments. I try. All your messages. It is pure insanity. A lot of you guys are messaging. A lot of you are commenting, and I love that, man. I love you, and I always tell you, if I don't respond, it is because I didn't see it or it's lost in the notification somewhere. Like sometimes I do find them because I have certain days every 6 months where I can scroll through my stuff, try to get back to old stuff before it just all gets back up that my brain's ready to explode. Because you realize I get notifications for everything Eagles on every platform. And then on top of it, it's just like, but if you ever have anything important, anything's ever going on, I tell you, message me, reach out. Like, I would never, ever ignore you guys. And I love that you're excited. And I am excited too. That's why I always ask you, tune in during these live shows. Gives us, a chance to actually talk. I'm right here. Anything that you've wanted, needed, if you're messaging and I've missed it, tell me, you know what I mean? So that I can check. But I'm going to start keeping a notepad with a pen here too. So that way I can take some notes. Listen to my old ass, a piece of paper and pen. That's what I just said. I just pick up my phone and type it. Let's have it go Birds. But love to see you guys sharing that love. And Tiffany, smoke a spliffany. Let's effing go Birds. Either way. But dude, you guys, and look, I'm no genius here, guys. I don't know, a lot of things, and I do my best to try to learn so many things each year to just keep adding to the arsenal, keep trying to, make this show better for you, give you information. And I'm sorry, man, it doesn't have the bells and the whistles. You're looking at a haggard face here with none of my stuff hung up. My life's crazy, bro. And I just need to take a weekend to get this room together. That'd be nice. But getting a new monitor and computer soon. Let's effing go. I can't wait for that. But you guys have bared with me through all that stuff. And I just hope that you enjoy the content, right? That's the whole thing. Okay, as long as I give these guys some good content, and as long as, I'm providing, something of value, can't go wrong, right? And yeah, I know a lot of you ask, like, why don't you have more subscribers? I don't know. Maybe it's this right here. But dude, or that thing back there. They're scared of Vikings. I don't know. I was going to show you guys something, and I literally just blacked out, dude. What was I going to show you? Whatever it was. Dude, I'm a drifter. But you guys are awesome, dude. And I try my best to get this information out here. Oh, I know what it was. No, you won't. I'll be the dude slide my paper on the corner of the desk. Liz, Liz. Number 7, you got the answers right there. I got your back. I was going to show you. I saw this. Somebody did this on, I believe it was like one of the social platforms. I don't remember. I almost said something, but I don't know. Oh, it's been a long day. And the sun, it's back. So expect more drifter moments. Now, ChatGPT. Someone was like, oh, look up, type your name, like if it knows you or whatever. I cheated a little bit because if I type in who is Jimmy Smith, just going to let you know. There's a long list, whether it's a 60s R&B singer, whatever he was, or ex-Jaguar and Cowboy, cocaine fiend, Jimmy Smith from the NFL. There's so many. Jimmy Smith, ex-Baltimore Raven. I put in On the Road to Victory, and it was pretty cool what it had to say. And at the end, it was something along the lines of just like one of the best places to get Eagles content because of passion and whatever. And it was just like, that's really cool, dude, because what that does is it's just collecting all of the things throughout the internet that you guys are saying and commenting or doing or, whatever else it's doing. But that's awesome, dude. And I'm glad that you guys really enjoy this stuff, man. I'm excited that you guys enjoy this. And I just felt like it was about time. Somebody had to make a show or do something to counter it. Because I know every other content creator loves that made up shit. I know that they get off on the rumors and the clickbait. And to me, I hate that. You guys know my story. I was on my deathbed reading this shit. Elliott Shore Park. I was reading it. And I was like, dude, pull the plug. End me. I couldn't take it, dude. And thank God for Chelsea. Why don't you start your own? And well, here we are. So, holy hell. God help me. God help me. Number 11 really going to Las Vegas. Carson Wentz, I have no idea what he's doing. If you were talking about A.J. Brown, I have no idea who's making that rumor. I don't pay attention to that stuff on this show. That is not my thing. I'm more into the facts and keeping the truth out there. But yeah, lots of, stupid shit out there. I don't know, man, why they do it. I guess people really love it and engage with it. So that's probably why. But for me, I pass on that stuff, man. I just prefer talking about what's actually happening. So Birdman, I would say no. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, that's not the follow. If something's happening or if there's real things going on, it will be a show. We'd be talking about it right now. That's kind of my point. But lifting, so hey, look, Liz, I love that. And I know you had some things going on, but I know you're still doing well for yourself. That's what I love to hear. As I tell all you guys, I'm always here for you. I know life been crazy. So I'm happy to hear. I'm hoping things just continue to get better for you and for everybody else out there, man. And this show, the Eagles, like this is, my happy place, just like it is for you guys. Like I like coming here, talking about the Birds. Like I tell you, you guys are an extension, just like my family, how Chelsea and Dom and Herschel make me happy. You guys make me happy. Like I want to be able to, provide you guys with something where you find it. Hey, I'm going to come have a good time. But also, there's shows out there that aren't live that you just get to, learn some stuff or talk about stuff you already know, whatever it is. But I'm sending positive vibes all your guys' way. And I appreciate all of you that do the same for me and continue tuning in, man. That's the pretty graphics. Well, I'm glad you think the graphics are pretty, but I try to at least make, decent graphics. I've never done that stuff before I made this show. I try to make graphics. And I hope that you guys like them, and I hope you like the information I give you. But, and I'm glad, Bob, that you guys enjoy this face after a hard day's work. It's not too dirty today, right? Still, my beard's a little jacked up. Did have a mask on at some point. Hair's still all frizzy and crazy. Probably some cement chunks or something in there. We were doing some work today, man. I was busting some concrete, to say the least. But I also got to ride the MT100, little Bobcat, like the stand-up excavator. Had a good time flying around because it was a stone. Like I didn't have to be on mats or I did have to go into a garage and duck when I did it, which was just kind of made it more fun. I don't know, but I Had a good day. I hope you guys all had a good day. I am, though, dirty, and I am beat, so I am gonna eat, and I'm gonna wash them feet. So, yeet. I don't know. Oh, God help me, Bob. I appreciate you, dude. I'm really tired. I'm really beat up. I apologize that everything got crammed here at the end, but tune in tomorrow. We're going to have that 1 point only mock draft, and I'm going to give you my guy going for lucky number 7 year in a row. So, I don't know, dude. You guys, how about that? Who do you guys hope that I'm picking here? I'd love to know, because I've been seeing your comments on each video, but some of you in each video are telling me who you want. So I don't know who you actually won. But I do it every year. I usually make a post. Who do you guys want me to pick? And we have a good time with that. But I've been making so many shows, and you've already been telling me, so you don't have to tell me. But I like to see where you guys are at. And I know each week a lot of the waves get change here. It's Malachi Starks or Jihad Campbell or a lot of things going on where I get it, dude. I do. But there's a lot of good players, and like safeties. We talked about them. That was the last show the other day, and I was torn on that. Like, who am I going to pick as my top safety? Like, is this guy even going to be available? Do we have to trade up? Oh, would we trade up? Nah. When you have a brain like mine and you're trying to, do that, it's God help me. God help me. It is really cool to use. Good. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, and I know a lot of people like Nolan, and each week, you see a lot of different names, and that's kind of how it goes every year. So that's why we laugh on this show. You remember, I used to give you guys my guy like weeks in advance, and I hated doing that even because like even then I don't feel confident in my pick when I was doing it. But everyone would make it their pick then, and I was like, what the? And these people were like coming on my show and then like changing. I admire, other people doing this stuff, and more power to everybody, man. But that was just getting old, dude. So I like that we moved it to the day before, because really my brain's insane, and I'll change it before the draft, dude. I'll lose my mind probably. You know what I mean? So we've talked about a lot of guys. I honestly, my brain wants to blow up now just thinking about the fact that there are probably like 5 more solid players where it's like, well, we could just, stay put. We could just move back. We could. There's so much. And with Howie Roseman, like, dude, anything's possible. So, and look, don't get me wrong, baby. I would love that pick. But I don't know that we're going to trade up. Like, I think he should be like top 15. Now, if he falls and you think you can, but we are at 32. Now, I've heard it like, oh, we can't afford it. We don't have this. What? If you've been watching the shows, dog, we got 26 picks the next 3 years. 23 that we can trade because, the compensatory picks, you can't do that. And they're projected right now. You get it. But we can do a lot in this draft. If we want to move up, we will. If we want to put a piece, because we don't need to draft 8 players. Like, we do need depth in some areas, but we just need to keep adding to this foundation and building that dynasty. So if they feel that's Walter Nolan, if they feel it's, Starks and they say put, if they want Jihad Campbell, if they want, I got to stop saying names. But there's like a really good amount of edges. There's corners, safeties, and I think a lot of them you could really talk yourself into being like, oh, well, I could see why the Eagles would take them. And certain tight ends fall. Offensive linemen, interior D linemen, or edges, and offensive lineman is always going to be one of the higher picks. You're always going to get those guys. But man, I hate to get rolling, but tomorrow, tune in. We're going to have a lot of great info. And we talked about this, it really depends on the team, and how he can fleece people. So if you find that right deal, if you can, trade just, your first round pick and next year's second round pick, and then in this year, a third and two of the fifths, like something, whatever. I just think it's more than possible. So I don't understand why people say you can or you won't. If they want someone, they will do it. I've heard a lot of talk about A.J. Brown's getting traded here, there. I think the key to understanding that kind of stuff is the cap. And, we laughed about this the other day with the A.J. Brown to the Patriots thing. The Eagles aren't going to trade A.J. Brown and take on $40 million in dead cap money to get rid of one of their best players to move up in the draft. That's not going to happen. I mean, anything's possible, but I'm just saying, I don't feel like there's a divide right now where we got to get rid of them. We need to move up for somebody. Like, I get it. A lot of people like Abdul Carter, and a lot of stuff goes through people's minds. But I don't know that you have to give up one of your players to be able to move up. You don't. But you could throw in a player, maybe. You could do a lot of things. But yeah, I really like Jihad Campbell. I talked about him as, that guy that can play edge, that can play off ball. And I just think he's a freak of nature. I think he definitely could play off ball in the league and help you, on the edge. He's just a freak of nature. Micah Parsons-esque, right? When you talk about Abdul Carter, like those things but I think he's more off ball that plays edge rather than edge that plays off ball. But I think he could do both really well. And you never know. You put him in Vic Fangio's defense, though. Dude, you locked up on Dean, you hope comes back from the injury, but you could use him right away, whether that's on special teams and then, as a depth piece, rotating in as edge at off ball if anything happens. So trust me, I am a big fan. And when you're at 32, you're the Super Bowl champs, man, and you have most of your pieces. We knew what was going to be going on. Milton Williams, I love the guys, but we knew it. So, you already have the pieces. You don't have to go into this and be like, well, we need to draft a safety. We need to get a corner. We need to get an edge. We don't need to do anything, dude. We're the Super Bowl mother-effing champions, baby. What we need to do is add to this dynasty, like I've said. So, if there's someone you like, you move up a couple spots, a lot of spots, stay put, move back. Everything is possible because you have no idea. Just like last year with the draft, I had no idea the offense was going to go like that. And allow Mitchell to fall to us. And then be able to get Cooper. I don't know what these dudes are smoking out here, bro. But they maybe should have watched my shows last year because I think you all heard what I said about Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. And I can't believe we have them. And the fact that we won a Super Bowl the first year, well, that's pretty awesome. Imagine drafting a corner with that pick 32. You guys know who my favorite is, but I've got a few of them that I really like. So imagine having a trio of corners for the future in this passing league. It could go a lot of ways, man. And then you get a safety in the second round or an edge and say whatever you guys like or want. I know people say you have to go for a position. That's not how it works. And it's not going to be for the Eagles. So let's have and go, baby. But look, I think lots of info to talk about tomorrow. We will get into all of that. I got to get rolling out here. But look, you guys, I love each and every one of you. Appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, glad you agree, man. You guys have heard me talking about that relentlessly. After the draft, as I keep saying, I believe he's an Eagle. It's just you're going to wait to see what happens in the draft, and then you'll see him sign. So, yeah, I still feel that way too, man. But I appreciate you guys. Love each and every one of you. If you need anything, always here for you guys. Appreciate you. Sorry that I'm always running on fumes when I get to make these lives, but I'm a busy man trying to move up in the world here. But look, you guys are awesome. I love you. If you didn't understand something or you want to ask something else, whatever it is, I'm here for you. And tomorrow I better see you because we got the mock 1 point only. And then my guy I'm going to show you like a countdown like I usually do. Like here's my top fits, like all of my favorites from the draft. But then boom, the number one guy is this guy. So we kind of count it down. So we'll talk about it all tomorrow. Hope to see you then. And that's correct. He will always be Howie. So look, love you guys. Have a great night. If you need anything, you know where to find me. But if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this bad boy. Subscribe down below. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!